Well, I've been getting a ton of questions as to why I'm buying right now and why I'm continuing to buy when interest rates are going up, the Fed is completely clueless, and basically there's extreme fear everywhere. We have all heard the famous Buffett quote to be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful, but that doesn't make it easy. So is this the time to be greedy or fearful? Well, the answer for me is quite simple, and I will give you a ton of examples ranging from today all the way back to when we had our last two actual real market crashes, and I will tell you exactly when to be fearful. That is where you lose the most money, so I will tell you exactly when that is so you know. I just ask for a gentle tap of that like button and for you to subscribe to the channel, as it's free to do, along with getting your completely free download, My Stock Investing Checklist, using the pinned comment down below. And before we get started, comment down below with your thoughts right now before watching on if you're fearful or greedy, and honest answers only now, guys. No fast forwarding and cheating or anything like that. You can't copy off my paper. All right, so let me set the table here first so you know where I'm coming from and what my thought process is. First, nobody can time the bottom, and I mean nobody, and I've accepted that fact, so I assume every time I buy a stock, it's going to go down. And it is still possible that every single buy I have made for the past year will be down too. I mean, even stocks I'm up 100% on, it's still possible they could go down. To be a great long-term stock investor, you have to be okay with this. If not, then just buy an index fund or a CD and kind of move on with life. Second, I am a long-term investor. My hold time is measured in years. It's not weeks, not months, it's measured in years. And I view every stock and every investment kind of with that lens. And third, valuations always matter and stocks always return there. Stocks don't stay overvalued forever, they eventually correct back down. Now, nobody knows how far they will run up or when they will fall, but they always return to their fair valuation. And stocks don't stay undervalued for forever either. They eventually go on a run. Now, again, nobody knows how long they will fall or by how far, but they always return to fair valuation, meaning a run will happen. This is always where my head is first and foremost when I'm looking at the market. So to me, being willing to buy great stocks at great prices based on valuation, to me, is the safest thing you can do. When the market fear is at the max levels, to me, that is when it's the safest to invest, assuming you're not speculating. During those times, it is not the time to speculate. Trust me, just don't even bother, don't even think about it. Buying like this can provide a level of safety during bad times like we're going through right now that you do not have when a stock has momentum or is, riding high or whatever. And let me give you an example. I sent out a buy alert to my group in July for Airbnb for $134, and guess what it did? Well, it did what it always does. It dipped further. Did I care personally? Nope, not at all. Many of our members actually got way better prices than me, and congrats to them and you guys for using my buy alerts against me. Use the link in the pinned comment below if you're interested in seeing those alerts and getting 4 free courses and getting to pick on me directly for sending stocks down like everyone in the group does. At least it's guaranteed you can pick on me and have a little bit of fun, that's for sure. But despite the carnage that has been the past month plus now, and with all the other craziness going on, Airbnb is at $169 or so. So basically, I'm still up 26%, so this downturn hasn't really hurt at all, to be honest with you guys. Could it go down more? Oh, sure, absolutely it could. But do you guys know the deals that will be out there again if this happens and it actually goes down below my price? I mean, seriously, I will be so excited. You might see me streaking down the street in the dead of winter. Okay, sorry, kind of gross. I apologize. I just sometimes get going and stuff anyways. You guys know what I'm saying. Moving on. But let's look more recent than that and apply it to a more controversial stock. Now put your feelings aside on NIO for just a second, but I will use it as it doesn't get any more ugly than that. I mean, seriously, it's a Chinese stock which has just been dumped on and just, dumped on, and they're not profitable, and those type stocks have been getting smashed too, so it's like a double whammy for this stock. I picked up shares at the end of December for $27, and despite the chaos and shock the past couple of weeks, NIO is sitting at $31, or basically a 15% return despite all this craziness. Again, could it go below 27? Yeah, you know darn well it could. But despite the chaos, I never really worried about it because I had a nice cushion to play with, and I knew it had a little ways to go before it really got down below that price. But let's go old school, back to the tech bubble crash, and I will show you how you don't even have to be close to the bottom to get it right overall. Now raise your hand, how many of you guys out there would love to have bought Apple for like, 30 cents a share or so? Now that's adjusted for the split, but back then it was 30 cents a share adjusted for the split now. Well, if you bought Apple after the dot-com bubble and not at the bottom the year prior, but just a mid-tier buy the following year, a $2,000 investment makes you a millionaire now. Oh, and I forgot to mention that its price was cut down by 25% or so in 2003, so it was a loser most of the first year I owned it based on tech entering another bubble and, other fears like that at the time. I would say that trade worked out pretty well over the long run, at least to me it did. Now let's not go as far back, but still going back to the financial crisis, and I bought the dip with Google at like $220, and it kept dipping down, of course, to $140. Even though I was off 40% on my buy with that stock, I knew I was buying a great stock that was undervalued, so I had no doubt about its long-term return. And actually outside of GE, which I covered my miss there already on this channel, it's kind of embarrassing, but I screwed it up. Every single stock I bought during that market crash has paid off incredibly well. I did not time a single bottom right, and not even close, I wasn't even close. I made tons of mistakes like buying too soon, or not buying enough shares, or waiting too long for confirmation, or just buying the wrong stock altogether like GE. But it didn't matter a bit over the long run. Buying great stocks at great prices always pays off over the long run. So right now today, I am not fearful, I am greedy. And yes, I know I will have one or two stinker stocks that I'm buying right now that's just gonna suck, and my portfolio may look ugly for 6 months or more, which, honestly, I'm an ugly dude anyway, so I'm good with ugly. But my experience has told me my portfolio will be a supermodel in the future. So when am I actually fearful? I'm fearful when everyone is an investor. And let me take last year at this time as an example. Google searches for stocks were at all-time highs. Stocks like Apple were just completely trash. Every penny stock was going to the moon. And a 200% return in a year is just terrible, and you're a garbage investor if that's all you get. That was seriously the narrative this time last year when I wanted nothing to do with penny stocks and quietly added some bank stocks and some shares of Apple and a few others, but nothing exciting at all. My buy alerts were very, very quiet during that time. I was simply very fearful to invest. Basically, when my grandma gives me investing advice and I don't even have a grandma, I am very, very scared. So if you were fearful at the beginning, let me know down in the comments if you changed your mind, or if you were greedy like me from the beginning, let me know what you are buying. I love seeing what all you guys are picking up. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.